Yo, we are back with another one. Thank you for tuning in. This is official Brother Bowling Music and TV. And one, on this episode, we are going to show you how to resolve the issue of a flat tire. I have a flat tire. First things first, guys. You already know, man. Flat tires in life happens, and it is what it is. Um, uh, I forgot the word. It starts with an E. Like it's bound to happen eventually, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Inevitable. I always know the word. It's always on the tip of my tongue, no diddy. Alright guys, make sure you got your baby oil. Alright guys, so make sure you got your jack. And we're gonna jack this bad boy up. Alright. We'll be right back after these messages. Alright guys, real quick, I'm gonna show you guys something. Or not. Well, the reason why I said not is because I put the parking brake on now, but basically this is what I want to show you. So when you're jacking up the car and you're not really on level ground and it might be dirt or whatever, the ground might be a little soft, right? The jack might keep on flipping over and stuff like that, and you don't want that, okay? So I'm gonna show you guys. You could use a piece of wood. Alright, so it's not the best, but that's what I got. Now, you want the tire complete. You see how sometimes this could be difficult. See how the wood is moving? Well, see how the wood right there is moving, guys? But all I really wanted is the tire off the ground. So I could kind of turn it. I do have the parking brake on. That's why I'm not able to turn it all the way right now. But I'm gonna take the parking brake off now. Hopefully I don't gotta jack it up anymore. That should be good, because if I jack it up anymore, that is probably gonna just slip and fall. That wood is gonna come out. So I'm gonna keep the jack like that. Take the parking brake off. Now the reason why you want to turn the wheel, what I'm gonna do, guys, I'm gonna properly show you guys how to see where the leak is coming from. Now apparently in this tire I got a slow leak, right? So it could just be old age. Well, not old age, but just wear and tear. You know what I'm saying? Because I do drive on a lot of gravel and stuff like that all the time. So these front tires, they've been really good tires. I bought them brand new. But they are coming down on the tread. The tread is coming down, and it's expected, But yeah, basically, guys, we want to get the pressure off of the ground, right? By jacking it up, and then We want to be able to turn the wheel, and what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be putting more air inside of it, right? And what we're going to do, right, is turn the wheel and spray it with soapy water or Windex, and wherever the leak is, right, from the air inside the tire and the soapy water on the outside of the tire, wherever the leak is, it will be bubbling. It will be bubbling. All right, guys, and that's how you determine where the leak is coming from. All right, guys, so got my Windex. Soapy water is all you need. Um, Jacket's still holding up. Um, so I got this little air compressor that runs off of the cigarette lighter in the car. Now I'm gonna put air in the tire, like I said. Now I took the parking brake off already, but it's weird because now the tire still won't fully rotate. It'll just, that's all, it will go back and forth a little bit. So we'll work with what we got. I'll put air in it, and then what we'll do is we'll spray the tire on the outside, right? And this is how you see where the leak is coming from, because you got to look closely, right? And wherever the leak is, right, the bubbles will be moving. If the leak was right here, those bubbles would be moving. So that's where it's leaking. It's a small leak. I'll probably just put some Fix-A-Flat in it. It's coming out right here. I might plug it. I might put a plug in there. but the jack is in the way. I don't know. It's hard to do this. I might have to set up my tripod to show you guys. But that's how you find the leak. It doesn't look bad at all. It's not bad at all. It's a really, really minor hole, and it's just from regular wear and tear. And with that said, all I'm probably going to do is put Fix-A-Flat in there. Alright guys, like I said, it's a really minor hole. And I kind of expected it just to be minor, just from wear and tear, because I drive a lot, like I said, and on gravel too. The rocks and everything tear up the tires, and it's been slow leaking, so I filled it up with air a couple times and it keeps on slow leaking, so it's time to fix it, you know what I'm saying? So like I said guys, Fix-A-Flat stuff is really good, and it's perfect for this situation because it's not penetrated by a nail or a screw in the tire. It's a very minor escape passageway for the air to come out of the tire. That's why it's leaking slow. I could fill it up with air and I could still drive probably 50 miles or so before it's flat again, So it's a very minor leak. So that's what we'll do, guys. I'll probably show you later down the road, when I do need to plug a tire, how to do that. But for now, I'll just show you how to use Fix-A-Flat. So you could use Fix-A-Flat or you could use slime. So right here, guys, I got Fix-A-Flat. I got 3 bottles of Fix-A-Flat just on deck, you know what I'm saying? So both of these two are missing the tube, so hopefully this won't work. I got a little bit in here, so hopefully just by putting, I think it's like, it feels like it's a half a can in there, so that's what I'll do. I'll put all of the rest of this can in the tire. Now guys, before we put that Fix-A-Flat in there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the air out real quick. You don't have to with this Fix-A-Flat stuff. But it's better if you do, just because you can make sure you get all of it out. And I'll just show you guys. So, if you want to be prepared to do this type of work, obviously, you will need these certain type of tools. See what I'm saying? A jack, an air compressor, Fix-A-Flat stuff, tire plugs and all that, right? Windex. So we determined already where the hole is. It's not that bad. And we determined we're going to put Fix-A-Flat in there, guys. So like I said, you don't have to take this out to use Fix-A-Flat. Fix-A-Flat stuff is really easy, but I'm just going to show you guys real quick. This is a tool that you can use to take out the valve stem. So you got to kind of put it in there, no diddy, and then turn it to the left, right? And you guys going to see all the air come out. All right, so make sure you don't lose the valve stem. You got to put this back in the same way you took it out, right? So for right now, we'll put that right there, just like how we took it out, right? So we can put it in the right way. All right. All right. So now let's just hook up our fix-a-flat stuff. Like I said, guys, to use this stuff, you don't have to take out the valve stem, but if you do, it's just better. You see what I'm saying? Because if you, because you're taking the air out of the tire, you don't got to worry about the air pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot easier putting the fix-a-flat stuff in. So we'll be right back after these messages. This is not a commercial for Fix-a-Flat. I'm just showing you how I do things. I've been using this stuff for years. This is good stuff. When you got minor slow leaks just from regular wear and tear, this stuff does the job. But tire shops and mechanics out there, they a lot of them, they hate this stuff because they have to, when they patch a tire, they gotta clean it all out of the tire. So that's why they hate this stuff. But this stuff works. I can tell you from experience, all the miles that I drive, all the tires that I've been through. So yeah, guys, you just hook it up like so. You might want to make sure, don't forget, you might want to shake this stuff up a little bit, okay? Especially if it's been sitting around like mine has. But you'll be able to see it going in, no diddy. Kind of make sure you got the valve stem like halfway, like at that point, right? And then just hit the button and turn it upside down, right? And you want to see it go in, no diddy, right? We got no air pressure fighting us, so it's going in real easy, no diddy. I like to kind of shake it. So once we get this stuff in there, guys, this stuff pretty much, it stays a liquid while it's in there, and as the tire turns, it's forever basically patching or filling in, any wear and tear holes or anything like that, right? And this is good for really minor, um, unless it's the size of a plug. All right. Now, guys, you can kind of see it moving and going in there. So I want to finish putting the rest of this whole can in there, and I'll be right back. Right, it's in there. We'll get our valve stem. Put our valve stem back in there. And then make sure you have this valve stem tool, right? And we want to screw it back in there. And this has a built-in torque in this tool, so when it's tight enough, it'll click. And it just clicked. So after it clicks once, that's it. Don't tighten it anymore. So the valve stem is back in there. So for the fix-a-flat stuff to work, guys, you really gotta drive the car, because it works with the tires spinning. You know what I'm saying? So the fix-a-flat stuff could get everywhere that it needs to get. Obviously, right now the fix-a-flat stuff is not getting on the top. So wherever the leak is, the leak was over here, right? So it's probably not even getting there right now because, of course, gravity is going to be pulling, all the fix-a-flat stuff right now is at the bottom of the tire, right? So when the car is moving, right? So before I leave, I'm going to go back out, of course, and do more DoorDash. So right before I leave, because the tire has no air in it right now, right? But right before I leave, I'm gonna use my air compressor uh, and fill the tire up to where it should be. If you don't know where the tire pressure should be, it tells you guys on the tire. It says max pressure 35. No, not 35. That's kilograms or something else. But in parentheses, it says 51 psi. You gotta look for psi. That stands for pressure. I don't know what the SI is, but the P is for pressure. So pressure per second cubic inches or something like that. I don't know, but pressure. All right, you gotta look for the PSI. So in this one, it's 51. So when you're filling up your tire, guys, you can fill it all the way to 51 on my specific tire. But make sure you look at your tire and you see what it says on there. So 51 psi. Uh, so usually I put like 45. I put like 45. You know, some people say you could put five more, but I don't recommend it. I've done it before, no problem. And it just gives you better gas mileage and stuff like that, you know. But I recommend just going by what the manufacturer says on the tire. So you could go five under, or exactly what they say. So yeah, guys. Like I said before, I leave, I'm gonna fill this up with air, this tire, and the fix a flat stuff is going to be working while I'm driving, and I should no longer have a slow leak.